Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and in today's video I am talking about content creation in Nigeria. The struggle that involves creating content in Nigeria. I don't know if it's been easier for you, but for me I've faced a couple of challenges creating content in Nigeria, and I have my friend here with me. So without wasting much of your time, this is XD. XD, come on. Yeah, this is XD, and yeah, we'll just talk about creating content in Nigeria.
My name is XD. Some people know me as the greatest Afrobeat artist to ever do it.
Yaps.
They are not wrong. But on the side, aside music, we also yap. We make content because nowadays, being an artist is not enough. You have to do just a little bit extra.
So yeah, first question, what's the weirdest thing you've had to do to get content done in Nigeria?
A lot of weird stuff. There was the time I went to ICM to go and shoot.
Okay.
So I got to ICM. Normal steez now, you're interviewing people, trying to talk to them.
Yeah.
And then after I was done, I think I was even on the last video before I had to leave to go to Palms. Some guys approached me and they were like, "Oh, what's up? We need you to come to us, to our office, to discuss what you are doing here." I thought it was very weird because what do you want to discuss that we cannot talk about in the open with all these people around us?
Facts.
Like, if you want to say don't shoot, if you want to say, oh please, you need a permit, or you need to pay something, oh please stop shooting. It's something you can say right there. The fact that you want to take me somewhere else to go and talk about it is weird. So after talking with them for 20 minutes, because I was adamant.
20 minutes?
Bro, I not grill. It took a while. So I was adamant. I was like, okay, I've been going to ICM since I was in secondary school, bro. Since I was SS1.
Yeah?
I'd never seen that place in ICM before.
Wow.
These guys took me to one corral. They took me to one corral. Then the room they now want them to enter, they had to put a code to enter the room. And then when they now opened the room, the room was dark. And then there was you had to go like this, and there was a wall blocking you. So you couldn't see what was inside the room. I was like, bruh, there's nothing else to happen. I didn't enter the room, Sha.
We're just gonna take a walk while we do the rest of the video. Have you ever posted something or that didn't get any view and you were like, should I take this down? Did I do something wrong about this content? Should I try something else? Or have you even generally thought of quitting, content creation generally?
Okay, so if you ask me, if you make a content and your post doesn't upset anybody, never take it down. Even if it does bad views. Let me give you an example. My babe made a video about eggs and meals you could make with eggs. And when she posted it, for the first 2 hours, it had 200 and something views.
Okay.
And she went to delete it, and I told her, nah, man, if you're going to do that content and post it, you have to stand on business. Fast forward, the post did 1.6 million views. There's nothing I've made that I've wanted to delete. Even if the thought comes to my head, I'm just always like, nah, man, if I put it out there, then it's out there. No retracting.
With content creation, what would you say has been the biggest struggle with being a content creator in Nigeria?
I think if you're doing IRL content, that's when it gets hard.
For those that don't know, IRL means in real life, but yeah.
Yes, if you're doing in real life content, that's when it gets hard because negotiations are very irritating to deal with. Can you imagine that TikTok content creators in Nigeria don't get paid? When I had done 3 million views on TikTok and I realized that 1 million views was $1,000.
Yeah.
And if I was in South Africa and I've gotten a big payout, I was very hot because I now realized that being Nigerian sucks, man. And I don't know why. There are a lot of people that are making content that's doing millions of views and they're not getting paid because they are Nigerian and TikTok doesn't pay Nigerians. Crazy.
What inspired you to get into content?
Stagnancy. I realized that being an artist, making music, not everybody's music has the ability to grab people's attention very quickly. Sometimes some comedians, sometimes their jokes take a while to land. Not every comedian can just be punchline. So I realized that my personality was what I had to sell to get people to get interested in my music and what I had to say.
Okay.
And that's essentially what drove me to making content because I wanted people to see my personality in the hopes that, they'll be interested in what the fuck I have to say. So, yeah.
Hi guys, so we're back. I went to pick up a camera and I'm prepping for a shoot. So back to it. The next question I was going to ask XD is, what would you say your dream collaboration is? Who would you like to collaborate with? Both in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria.
Okay. I'm just gonna call my favorite creators, and I'm guessing.
Let me guess.
No, don't guess. I will say it. I'm guessing you mean not music-wise.
No.
As a content creator. Nigeria. I would love for one day. There's something that Tayo Aina did with Davido. That 24 hours.
Day in the life.
I would love to do that with Tayo Aina one day. I love Tayo Aina videos. And then globally, who else? It's Jimmy, bro. I don't know in whatever capacity someone could collab with Mr. Beast, but whatever it is, I would love to do that. The kind of content they make and their just approach to, not as if any other content creator on YouTube isn't like, very like grinding very hard. I mean, I like some other people like Sonny from Best Ever Food Review Show. I like Steven Unduku.
I don't think this guy is saying the truth here.
So yeah, like I like some other people, but like I just think Mr. Beast, I think has hacked content down to a T. I think he's not just the biggest content creator in the world. I also think he's the best. Nobody can do it as well as he does. That's
interesting.
Content
That's
creation, not cinematography. Content creation. Nobody do and better pass him.
Not to make this video too long, this is supposed to be a series where we bring on people. We might even have another episode with XD, of content creation where we just like, let's say he's going to make actual content and we come follow him, do it behind the scene from our own perspective and just film his whole process of making content and make that into an actual video. But XD, before you run off, do you have anything to say to anybody trying to get into content, say right now?
I don't have that much experience because, to be honest, I've been creating content for just like 5 months now. But I would say start doing it and then get better along the way. Don't try and get better then start doing it. That's not how it works, because what your idea of better might not be what works for you. So start doing it and then figure out what works along the way. Every single video, just get better and better, and then eventually you find your niche and you find what people can relate to.
Word. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one.